Hey everyone, welcome back to Coffee and Books with Brooks. With Brooks. Well, Brooke, I am your host, Brooke Michelle, and today I'm going to be reviewing not the movie, the book called Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. If you don't know who Lauren Graham is, I'm going to walk you through it. So, Lauren Graham is the actress that she's mostly known for Gilmore Girls. So, if you don't know what Gilmore Girls is, then I feel sorry for you. But she played Lorelai in Gilmore Girls, and she wrote this book. It's called From Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls. I love Lauren Graham. Anyway, she wrote this book called Talking as Fast as I Can, and it's one of her memoirs, and it goes through her parenthood, stories about her love life, her life working as a woman in Hollywood. And she narrates, because I read this book through audiobook, and she narrates this book, and yes, she talks really fast. So it's not fast to where you don't understand what she's saying, but it is fast. And I never really knew these things about Lauren Graham, like her personal life or anything like that, until I read this book. And she's someone that I would be friends with because she's so funny and opinionated, but she has this sense of humor. Like, I don't know. Please, please, please go watch Gilmore Girls, because Lauren Graham's personality is kind of like Lorelai's personality. It's kind of is the same. Like, it's close to it. Like the sarcasm, the sense of humor, the raunchy sarcasm. Like, if you know Lorelai, yeah, you definitely know. So this book, like I said, details her life, her career as an actress, and just her personal life. I don't want to give too much away because I prefer you all to read it. But here is a audio book clip of it, I guess, that you all can listen to.
Fast as I can, from Gilmore Girls to Gilmore Girls and everything in between. This is the author, Lauren Graham. For my mom and dad. Introduction. If you'd asked me back at the beginning of my career to guess which character I was most likely to return to 15 years after I'd played her for the first time, there would have been only one answer. Even back then, I knew from the very first time I read the script that I had been given the opportunity to play someone very special. In fact, if you'd asked me to bet money on this guess, I would have bet every one of my pennies. Because even though I've been lucky enough to play many memorable ladies and have true and deep affection for each and every person I've ever pretended to be, there's really only one with whom I have the most special kind of connection. In acting, as in life, you try to pretend you don't have favorites, but usually you do. And usually everyone else can see it too. I wrote this book because, luckily for me, my favorite was also a character beloved by fans and, in my opinion, represents the time I felt I was at my absolute best as an actor. I think we can all agree I was never better and the audience was never more impressed than when I got the chance to inhabit this popular character. See photo number 1.
Lorelai.
The critics called me, well, I'm not sure we had a theater critic at Langley High School in the late 1980s, but I think it's undisputed that my performance as Dolly Gallagher Levi in Hello, Dolly was indeed adored by fans, or, as I like to call them, my grandmother. I believe I'm quoting her verbatim, in fact, when I tell you she raved that my Dolly had an impressive number of costume changes. And, not to brag, but my father also deemed my performance, wow, that hat sure has a lot of feathers. So, I think I pretty much nailed everything there was to nail as an actress back in my junior year of high school, which is why it's baffling that no one has yet called to invite me to reprise that role on Broadway, or even at the obvious next best place, the Langley High School Auditorium. In fact, and I don't mean to sound like a diva here, I'm pretty upset about it. The people, my dad, deserve to see me again years later with, perhaps only slightly less, age makeup crayoned onto my face. Somebody get Ben Brantley on the phone. Watch your back, Carol Channing. I'm coming to get you. But seriously, I really wrote this book because getting to play fast-talking Lorelai Gilmore again made me reflect on what it had been like to play her the first time, and that made me reflect on how I even got there at all, and some of the ways my life had changed in between the first and second incarnations. So this book is about the past, and also the almost present, since I'll share with you some of the diary I kept while filming Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life. In this audiobook, I will also see into the future and report my findings to you and to select heads of state. These findings will be lies, as I cannot actually see into the future. Random House audio.
I'm going to cut it off there. And you can please go listen to this book. It is so good. I rated it a 4 out of 5, like I said. So it's good. She does detail her personal life about when she was working as Lorelai, and yeah. So go check it out. And once again, the book is called Talking as Fast as I Can by Lauren Graham. And hope y'all listen to it or read it. And hope y'all have a great day. And see y'all next time for next Coffee and Books with Brooke. Bye.